Hi everyone. I thought it might be interesting to share some thoughts on a lot of the current debate that's been going on around quality of work, good work, and those sorts of principles. Many of you may have seen or read the Matthew Taylor report that was released recently describing modern working practices, but actually which took a big step back and saying the debate today is not just about different forms of work, but it's about what is good work, what are the principles of good and quality work, and why is that important? For us, I think it's an incredibly exciting context for a lot of what we've been talking about for a while now. We set out this wider purpose for the CIPD and for the profession at large as championing better work and working lives, and this idea that good work matters. And good work and better work and working lives should be good for individuals, good for organisations, but also, of course, then good for the economy and even good for society at large. But I suppose in a lot of this debate, what we've all been a bit challenged by is what do we actually mean by good work? How do we define it? What are the different dimensions of it? And what I thought was really encouraging from all of the discussion that's happened through Matthew Taylor's work and indeed work on productivity and many other debates that are going on at the moment is that it's setting out the principles of good work, and we need to come in some senses behind that and say, all right, what would we define good work to be? Now, good work itself, or quality jobs, has indeed lots of different dimensions and has been researched for many years in lots of different ways. Even today, the European Union and there are wider sort of global accords even on countries signing up to the idea that we should be improving the quality of work. And yet, what do we mean by that? From our research over many months, what we've seen is that there are a number of dimensions that you could describe. You could describe it all the way from terms and conditions. Am I given decent holiday allowances, for example? What are my rights at work? You can also look at it from ways in which I'm rewarded. Am I fairly rewarded? You can look at it from voice and recognition, which we know they're really important. And you can also look at it, of course, from the nature or content of the work that I'm doing and how that relates to the skills that I've got and how those skills are being developed. Those are all dimensions of quality jobs or good work. So we think it's a really important time now to start to draw a lot of these threads together, and then to be able to show if we can define what we mean by quality work or good work and good jobs, that is a major outcome for us as a profession, and that we can show then the links between quality work and quality jobs and critical outcomes such as productivity, such as innovation and creativity, which are important to everybody and every organisation, such as also, of course, from an individual perspective, things like engagement and well-being, which are incredibly topical, because if you look, as you all know, from the many different dimensions of work today, you look at the rising levels of stress, the plateauing of engagement, the relative levels of productivity and so forth. We know those all need to be addressed. And one of the central tenets is how do you address that from a perspective of creating good work, good jobs, good roles and good opportunities for people. So we want to engage you as a profession much more in that debate. It will also link clearly into our work on professional standards because, as some of you will have been hearing, we're trying to shift the professional standards debate and much more to sort of an idea of what are we here to accomplish. And we've used this overall mantra of saying we want the profession and professional standards to reflect three big ideas. One, that we should be driving from principles, so principles-led. Secondly, that it should be evidence-based. What is the evidence we're using to drive towards those principles and how we're accomplishing principles? And the third is it's outcomes-driven. So those ideas are all very much enshrined, I think, in the idea of, all right, let's describe an outcome of the work that we do as quality work and good jobs. Describe the dimensions and understand the interventions and levers that we have through HR and L&D that drive good quality and good work. And then finally, that connection to crucial outcomes for individuals and organisations and economies and society through things like productivity, but also well-being and engagement. So it's a very powerful set of ideas that I think are now starting to get more cohesion. They're certainly getting much more debate and attention, all the way from media through to policy, international policy as well as national policy, and also other ideas like governance. If we said that responsibility of an organisation is to look after its people and create good opportunities for them, then what better way to understand it than by having good definitions of what we mean by good work and quality work? So I think it's a very exciting agenda, and I just couldn't be more thrilled to see the level of debate, and I certainly applaud Matthew Taylor and all of the team, and we contributed a lot to that work as well, in raising the level of debate in the ways that they have, but also the many other people that are debating this. And we as a profession have huge legitimacy in this discussion, and we need to have our voice as well, and that's part of what we're trying to create here. So thank you for listening. As always interested in your comments, thoughts, views, your own blogs, vlogs, whatever, that you can perhaps add to this debate about what we think the quality and good work should really enshrine.